listeners who are tuning into the Melody Almay TV podcast. Welcome back. As you guys know, my name is Melody Almay Bird, and I'm so excited to have this episode with you guys because this is going to be another interview podcast, my second ever interview on this podcast, and I'm so excited to share with you guys who I have. So today's special guest is Miss Tailyn Smith. So excited to interview her. If you guys are new to this podcast, if you guys are watching, if you're listening in, make sure you guys go subscribe and leave me a comment and let me know if you guys like this content. This is episode 4 of my podcast. I'm just so excited to continue this journey. If you enjoy this type of content when I do interviews, make sure you guys let me know who you guys want me to interview in later podcasts. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and hit up my girl Taylin, and we're going to go ahead and get into this podcast. So let's get it. Hey Taylin!
Hey,
welcome to my podcast. You are the second ever guest on the Melody Almay TV podcast. Yes, I don't even know what to call my podcast yet, so I'm gonna call it Melody Almay TV, the podcast.
Where you got the light from?
This I got off Amazon.
It's cute.
Thank
It's
you.
so cute.
You know I ain't spent that arm and a leg. I spent this $30 off Amazon. The only thing is though, I wish it had the little accent right here above my name, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
You take some and you lose some.
Cute.
Thank you, Taylin. So I know it's weird trying to introduce yourself because I know I have a problem introducing myself. So I'm just gonna introduce you, okay? So Miss Tailyn Brielle Smith.
Oh, that's not my last name anymore.
Period. Tailyn Brielle Moore. And we're gonna talk about that too. Okay, so you are a 25-year-old nurse. So what kind of nurse are you?
I'm a med-surg nurse.
What is a med-surg nurse?
Med-surg is just kind of like a general floor. We get patients going to surgery, coming from surgery, just like general nursing. Like we pretty much see everything.
Okay, so like just basically general nursing. So you be working like, how long do you be working? Like, how long is your shift usually?
12 hours.
12
we work
hours.
12 hours.
Wow.
6:45 to 7:15, but I'm always there later. We never leave on time.
Okay, well we're gonna get into that, but I'm gonna continue doing your introduction. So you're a 25-year-old med-surg nurse, and you're from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Birthday is May 20th, 1997. You are a Taurus, okay? Shout out to all the Taurus who are watching. What is a Taurus?
Okay, one thing I know a lot of people say about Tauruses and people say about me is like being very stubborn. And I will admit to that. I can be very stubborn. Like once I have my mind set on something, it's very hard for me to like switch.
I can definitely see that.
A bull, yeah.
If you guys are Taurus and you guys are listening or watching, make sure you guys comment down below and hashtag Team Taurus or Taurus Squad. So moving forward, I had looked up Taylyn's name in the Urban Dictionary. And I thought it was just so funny. So I'm gonna show you guys so you guys can really see. This is really it. So it says, are you ready to hear this, Taylyn?
Mm-hmm.
So, Taylyns are fun to be around, low-key nonchalant, but they care. Mostly an introvert, and 9 out of 10 girls with that name are fine as fuck. That's what they said, and they even use it in a sentence. They said, damn, that girl Taylyn looks fucking good today. And this is no lies. They got comments on under it saying, yup, that's what it is. I agree that you are nonchalant, but you still care.
Yeah. Sometimes I can be nonchalant, but sometimes I'm a worry too sometimes. Like I'm always like, worried about stuff. That's weird. I didn't think it would be in the Urban Dictionary because I always thought my name was like nobody else had my name, but I will say that a lot of people have been naming their child Taylyn.
Really?
Like I've been seeing a lot of people with the name Taylyn recently. But when I was younger, nobody else had my name.
Yeah, I know I never heard of the name Taylyn ever before I met you.
I still have people when they ask me my name, they be like, what? I never heard that before.
I just thought that was so interesting because I'm pretty sure you don't really look up your name in the Urban Dictionary, and I always do. Like everybody I know, I literally look up their name in the Urban Dictionary. If you guys are listening, make sure you guys look up your name in the Urban Dictionary because it's crazy how accurate it is. Like they can tell you exactly what your personality is just by your name. So Taylyn, how you feeling today? Let's just start with that. How you feeling?
Today I'm feeling great.
Okay.
I'm very excited because I'm actually going on vacation next week.
Yes.
So I'm getting in the spirit. My passport is literally coming this week. It's a little late.
And this is your first time going out of the country?
Yeah. We're going to Jamaica.
Ooh.
We're going to Montego Bay.
Hey.
So I'm really excited. It's going to be our first time out of the country.
Wow. Okay. And this is for your honeymoon?
Yeah.
Ooh. How long are you guys staying out there?
For 4 days. The 2nd through the 6th.
Okay. I'm excited for you. I ain't never been to Jamaica, baby. I heard they got some good.
I heard a lot of people say when they go to Jamaica, like they have to go back.
I'm so excited for your honeymoon too, baby, because I know it's amazing being out the country, especially for the first time. So make sure you do some content for us so we can see what's going on.
I need to get better. I need to get better at that. Like I be wanting to be the girl that records and TikTok, but then when I start, I be like, it's a lot. It's hard work.
Yeah.
Content.
It is hard work. It definitely is, and you have to stay committed, especially just putting up on makeup every day. Just trying to have that energy and just pull it out of yourself, because you know when you're opening it up, like especially like podcasts and vlog, it's like you're a character, like you're a personality, and people expect you to be like that 24/7.
Yeah.
But that's not how you feel. Like
right.
That's not how you feel all the time. So like most of the time you don't feel like doing that. So I definitely get that. But I definitely want to see more content from you, Taylin, because you're a very private person. Like you're very private.
I know.
That's good. That's good though.
It's like I am, but I'm not. No, I am. I just be sometimes I'm just scared to. People are just so judgmental, and I just feel like they take the little things that you do share and make it like what it's not.
Right.
Or I also like the feeling that when I'm around people, they don't know much about me unless I'm able to share it. So like you can't be like, oh yeah, I knew that about her. I'm like, no. No, you don't.
No, you didn't. Right, and then when you share things, you give people open room to criticize.
Right. Yeah.
So I definitely get that. I really appreciate that you're very private and you keep things to yourself, because not a lot of people, especially in our day and age, are able to do that, you know. I was about to shout out your social media so they could follow you, but I don't know if I should do that.
No, my social media is not private. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like it's open. Like I don't care for people to come and follow me and stuff. Like that's fine.
How about if people make fan pages?
I really don't care about the fan pages either. As long as it's not downing me or in a negative light, or if they not coming and DM me with crazy shit and stuff, like I'm fine.
Do you feel like they should come to you and get your approval first before using your pictures and posting it online, even if it's a fan page?
I mean, I guess, but really, if they came and asked for my approval, I probably would say no. But if they just do it, I'm gonna be like, okay, whatever, I don't care.
Why did you say no, Taylin? I can't imagine you being mean and be like, no, don't use my page or my pictures. I can't imagine you doing it.
If you asking me to, can I use your pictures? I'm gonna be like, no. But
they gonna make a meme out of that.
There's nothing I can say.
I love it. And it's funny because when I was doing my interview with Jay, I was telling her about when we did the 15 Q&A and how it was just like so organic. Like I went back and looked at that like just recently and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just need to get all my craft sisters back so we could just.
I miss y'all. And I was saying, actually before you had called me, I was like, I want us to go on a trip because I was thinking about our 10 year. Girl, it's been 8 years.
I know.
8 years?
It'll be 10 years in 2025.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 2025. It's about to be 2023.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's been freaking 10 years. We have to go on a trip or something.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, oh my God.
Definitely, we need to do.
Flew by.
Right, we definitely need to do something together because we're literally all 5 of us are in different places. Like Alex is in Atlanta, you're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm in California. Jordan is in Texas. Jay is in New Orleans. Well, she's in Lafayette. Well, you and Jay are technically in the same state, but it seems like y'all are worlds away because
we always have something going on.
You're right, because you're in Baton Rouge and she's in Lafayette. So we definitely got to get some things together as far as getting back together, especially for our 10 year. Honestly, we don't even need a 10 year to just get together. We just need to get together just to hang out.
But it will be fun to go like out of the country and do a trip. Now that I got my passport, now I just want to go everywhere.
Right, now you want to go everywhere. Let's go to Bali. Okay, you guys, so follow Tailyn on social media. Her IG is at _Tailyn, that's _TAILYN. And her TikTok is at Tailyn Briere, that's TAILYNBRIERE. All right, I looked that up. Period.
I got my first little, it really didn't go viral, but I got a lot of views and likes on it. My little.
Oh, your haircut. I saw that when she was doing a little swoop.
It's so true what people say, like on TikTok. I don't know how it works, but I can see why people go viral so fast there. Yes. I just posted, I was like, let me just post this. And then I woke up and I was like, why are people liking this?
Yes. You know why? Because there's billions of people on TikTok and millions of people on Instagram. Like, there's not as many restrictions on TikTok as they do Instagram. Like, there's more people that, like, there's not as restrictions, like, around the world globally to get on TikTok as they do Instagram. So there's more people looking at your stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you TikTok famous, girl. Y'all go follow her on TikTok. First off, I want to just say, like, before we start these questions, congratulations on being a new wife. That's amazing to be married. Like, shout out to you. I'm going to do a little clap in the background. So first off, already 1 year, on December 4th, 2021 is when you got married. So tell me, forevermore, how is the married life?
It's very fun, but it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like being married young is a different journey than probably getting married like after you've experienced life on your own and you've done a lot of things on your own and then you find the person. I feel like when you're young, you're kind of still like, honestly, I'm still trying to find myself and things that I like. And also, but whenever you're married, you can't really be, it's no such thing as being selfish anymore. Because, I mean, even in the law of it, it can't be selfish. What's mine is his. So, like, the mindset is a little different, but it's really fun. You always have somebody to do stuff with, somebody to come home to. Yeah. I'm really still trying to get into the wifely duties because it's kind of weird. Yeah. It's which Larry, like, he cleans up and does, like, what the wife's supposed to do for my because that's just how he is. But I'm the type of person that's kind of do the deep cleaning whenever it's time to, but he's kind of like a tidier, so every day he's doing stuff. So the roles are kind of weird right now, but I don't know. It's fun. I feel like I haven't really experienced much of it. It went by so fast. Yeah. I just say that. Thinking about it, I'm still thinking about planning and stuff like that. I feel like that was yesterday. Right. But overall, it's really great. I love it.
I've never been married before, but when I think about like a Southern wife, like from the people that I've seen who've been married for years and years and years, usually like the husband comes home and the wife just, has the dinner ready and literally has it prepared. Are you that type of wife? Like making sure there's dinner on the table?
Sometimes I am, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just be tired, and I really think it's my job because from what we see on movies and stuff, yes, it's always like the wife is there with the kids, or she doesn't work and her husband works, and so she's there and she has time to just clean up and do stuff. But when I have an off day, I just want to be bed. Yeah, I don't want to be doing nothing. But some days I do. He does come home and he's like, can I have something to eat? I want something to cook, or can you make my favorite dish? I'm like, okay, yeah, I have time today, and I do it. And I make sure the house is clean when he comes home. So that's still fun, too. Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys still have fun, too, even though, especially year one. Like, I heard that year one, this is me just watching TV and movies, because I don't know nothing about marriage, nothing, but I heard that year one is, like, kind of like the most important kind of year, like, when you get married and stuff, so.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like getting the groove, like, trying to figure out how y'all marriage is going on, because everybody's is different. People do different things in their marriage. Everybody is different. But I feel like year one is like getting just your feet wet. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just, I hate to go back to like doll, but I guess since I did it so long, my mind is programmed. Kind of like your crab year, like you kind of like just going with the flow, but then like the second year, so you kind of like, oh, I think I got it. You get more confident in it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go rewind all the way back to probate 2019 when Larry proposed. Let's go through those feelings. Like, let's go through those emotions. Like, what was going through your mind when everything was happening? Because that was already a big day.
I really feel like my mind went blank, and I really probably could have passed out because That might sound a little dramatic. I was reading some comments and people were saying like it looked like I wanted to say no because I really didn't have no expression, but really I was just like, what the fuck? Like, is this real? Like, I did not see this coming. I was like, no. Like, I'm still trying to remember movements and stuff for the probate. I wasn't thinking about this. Yeah. So it was like I just crossed emotions from that, and then you asking me to marry you? I'm like, oh my God, I was just really trying to, like, it really did not hit me until the next day. Yeah. But when I look back on it, it was so many emotions going through my mind, but everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. And I'm really glad it happened the way it did because it kind of just shows there's still such thing in young love and you can still be in love and do things that you want to do in college. Just having relationships in college and being faithful and commitment and everything. I feel like it all shows like in that moment. Yes. So I was like, okay, I think that was nice. All right, let's rewind it back a little bit more. We all love to hear a good love story. So let's hear let's hear, how did you and Larry meet? Like, how did you guys fall in love? Like, how long were you guys together? Let's hear it. I went to Baton Rouge my freshman year, and I went to McKinley my sophomore year. So I met Larry my sophomore year in high school. But we didn't start dating until, like, the end of my junior year. So we were like, we knew each other and we were friends and stuff through through school. Yeah, we didn't start dating until like the end of my junior year. Yeah, and then we went to prom together my senior year. So we started kind of dating senior year, and we went to prom together. We went prom queen and prom king. That is so cute. And then that summer, going into college, freshman year of college, it was like when we made it official. Yes, I remember that. Oh, yeah, and it was crazy. Okay, so you know now how people do like the whole be my girlfriend proposals and all nice and stuff. I was out of town. I think I was in LA with my friends. I was at Disneyland. And I was waiting to get on a ride, and we were just texting. And he was like, "So you my girlfriend?" And it's just, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess." And that's so funny because now people do all the extravagant things, and I'm like, I think you should re-ask me to be your girlfriend because y'all was dating for a long time. Like y'all was talking for a long time before y'all made it official. Yeah, because he had been asking me like throughout. I think when we were actually still in school and stuff, he was asking me to be his girlfriend. I was like, no, not yet. No, we can just still date and stuff like that. And so I think by that time, he probably was tired of me. So he was like, so you my girlfriend now or not? Right. Yeah, no. That's crazy. I was like, maybe. Aww. And then the rest is history. Oh, that is so cute. You know, it's so funny because I remember this was my last semester of college, I believe, because this is 2019. So Larry popped up in the union out of nowhere, and I was like, hey, Larry, like, what's up? And like, he was just very anxious. Like, his energy was a little bit different, like how it usually is, because you know he's already goofy and like silly and like playing around. Like, so this time he was like real serious. So he kind of caught me off guard, and I was like, what's up, Larry? He was like, man, it's time to put that ring on Taylor's finger. I'm like, oh, what? Like, when he said that, I literally got chills. Like, I was like, what? Like, I could feel the love already. And I'm like, he asked me, he told me that he's gonna propose on the probate. He was like, you're literally like one of the first people that I've told. Of course, I've asked her daddy and everything, and asked her mama. I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're about to propose. Like, it was just a huge secret that I was just like, oh, I just could not wait. And I just knew it was gonna happen. And I know I wasn't the only person he told, but I just felt special that he told me, you know? Girl, it's real special that you was one of the first, but I feel like he told everybody. There was so many people there, and the way it was happening, I didn't know anything before, but the way people was acting and was moving around, like, something is going on, like, something is weird. Yeah. And girl, and come to find out the whole dang on school knew. Right. Like, that went over my head because I did not know anything. Yes, but it was good that it was a surprise because it's good that you didn't know. Because if you didn't, it would have been like a whole type of different thing, you know? I would have been messing up and everything. Yeah, exactly. So it's great. Everything happens in the perfect timing it's supposed to happen. So now let's fast forward to the wedding.
Now, how did it feel walking down that aisle?
Oh my gosh. Like, it was so many emotions. You know, it's crazy because those moments, like, when you see other people, it happened to other people so much, like, wow, I wonder how that would feel whenever it's time for me. But then when it happens, it's kind of like you're trying to soak in the moment, but it also doesn't feel real. It's like, it doesn't feel real until afterwards. It's like, I really walked down the aisle. Like, I really got married. Like, that was really my wedding. I was definitely emotional. I was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Like, this is like my wedding. Like, it's just so weird to be in the moment, but it was so beautiful, and I loved like the aroma, and I really feel like the wedding day, even though we did have a lot of guests and we had a lot of people there, but I really feel like it was genuine people, and I really felt love like everywhere. Like, it just felt so warm. I'm like, I'm so glad these people are here to witness this, and it was really nice.
So when
like the vibe was just like there.
Yes. So when you were walking down the aisle, was all you were looking at was Larry?
I was kind of looking at everybody. Like, I was trying to take in everything. So I was kind of looking at the people who were there, who came and saw us. I was kind of looking at the groomsmen. I was looking at the bridesmaids. But the pastor had told Larry he wanted to. So we did counseling before before the wedding. And he kept saying, you gonna cry. Whenever you see her, you gonna cry. And Larry was like, I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah.
He was just like I'm not gonna cry. I guess he just felt like he's not a crier. And so the pastor was like, oh, I'm gonna make you cry. So he actually had him turned around. And I guess he was gonna have him like turn back around when I got to the front and look at me to make him cry. So Larry, when his back was turned towards me the whole time, I was walking down the aisle. So I couldn't even look at him in his face. I wish he was looking at me the whole time, because I felt like he probably would have cried. He ended up not crying. But I didn't see him until I got to the front, and he turned around, and then that's when I started like crying.
You cried the whole time, Taylin. I have a video of you, and I know it said no cinematography, but I had to catch it.
Yeah, bitch, yeah. You had a whole goddamn YouTube video afterwards.
I do.
I had a thing that says no recording until after the wedding. She had a whole video of the wedding.
I didn't. Okay, so I had mostly the recital. I was scared, y'all, because I really wanted to see the moment, but at the same time, I wanted to relive the moment. You know, you don't have your memory forever. So it's like, that's why you have videos and pictures. But I just wanted to be respectful, so I only got that little moment when you was walking down the aisle. But the wedding was absolutely beautiful. One of the most beautiful weddings that I've ever been to. I loved your dress. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. So about my dress, that was the first dress that I tried on.
Really?
The first ever dress that I tried on at the first place that I went to. It would have been a while, and I was like, I'm kind of not feeling like dress shopping right now. I'm just gonna, and I really liked the dress, but I was like, I'm scared that I haven't found anything else. So I waited, and I didn't go look at anything else. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go dress shopping again. And I went back to the place, and I tried that dress on again. I was like, okay, I'm feeling this. And my mom and my sister and everybody in the store was like, that's the one. That's the one. I was like, I really do love it. I like it, but let me go try on some other stuff. And I tried on other dresses, and they just was like, they didn't make me feel like how that one felt. So that was my first dress I ever tried on.
Wow. Do you still have it to this day?
Yeah, I still have it.
Girl.
I need to actually go get it boxed and like, because it's still hanging up in my little zip bag. But I want to go get it boxed. Like, the place I got it from, they have like a dress preservation type of thing. So I'm going to get that done. And it's crazy because we get those dresses and never wear them again. Like, I don't know where I would ever.
You could probably hand them down to your daughter, and like she can get married.
Oh yeah, I can, but I feel like they're gonna be wearing like space suits by the time. I don't know.
No, they probably gonna be wearing nothing inappropriate. Right. But that was so
married underwater or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. So like maybe when you renew your vows in the next 10 years, you could wear it.
Yeah, I could get it. Oh, that's a good idea. And that's another reason why I went the simple route, because I really could do so much with the dress because it's not too much. Like, it's just a classic dress. I don't have not any embellishments on it. It's just like a plain Yeah, but it's so pretty.
It is. It's beautiful. So anybody who's watching and listening, if they're getting married or engaged, would you recommend who did your dress or your boutique? Would you give out your secret?
I went to Ashley Renee Bridal in Baton Rouge.
Ashley Renee Bridal. So if y'all living in Baton Rouge, y'all, she gonna get you right, because I know she got my girl right, okay? So what was your favorite part? If you had to pick one part of your wedding, what would you be your absolute favorite part of the wedding?
My favorite part, I think it was when the end of the wedding, when we walked down and got in the car, in like the old school car, because it just felt like the movies, like everybody's waving and you looking at them out the window and everybody's waving at each other and we leaving off. I think that was my favorite one, like the send off, the favorite part of the wedding.
Yeah. Would you recommend to not get too lit at your wedding, like drink too much? Or would you say drink, motherfucking drink?
You know what? I feel like. So we had an open bar, but by the time I got to the bar, because it's crazy, on your wedding day, the wedding is really not for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's really the celebration of y'all, but it's really like to do everything for the guests. And so, like, I wasn't tripping about it, but when we got to the bar, the drinks was gone. Like, y'all was late, and but by the time we got there, it was almost the end of the wedding anyway, because we stopping and taking pictures and saying hey to people, and everybody want to take pictures with you and stuff like that. So when we got back to the bar, the drinks were gone. And so I didn't even get a chance to get drunk at the wedding. But we went out afterwards, and so I would really suggest, like, you don't really have to get lit at the wedding. You just have a couple of drinks, and then when you go out afterwards, you can just have the time of your life. So that way you kind of like really remember
the best day of your life.
Yeah.
But if not, you can always get it on camera. Just kidding, guys.
You know we're gonna have about 50 cameramen.
Baby, I'm gonna have a whole.
You're gonna be at the altar holding.
No, for real. I'm gonna literally. I don't even know. Like, don't even get me started on my wedding, Taylin. We talk about you, okay? Yes, because it was a beautiful wedding. So, what is the most expensive thing about your wedding? Was it the venue? Was it the rings? Was it the dress?
It had to be the food.
The food?
The food. I feel like the food is the most expensive part of any wedding.
It was so good too.
A lot of people said it was good.
It was so good.
It really got like a good price. Everywhere else, the quotes I was getting was like $40 to $50 a person. A person. Like 300 guests. Yeah. Like food, the way they cater is like $40 to $50 a head. So I think we got it down. I think it was like $23 a person. So
that's
like,
$15,000.
Yeah, it ain't no game.
Dang.
Like people be like, "Why wasn't invited to the wedding?" Or I want to invite. Can I come? Dude, I'm sorry, but I can't afford $50 for you. I'm sorry. It's only for the people I'm really messing with right now who really been rocking with us. Because it's expensive.
Yeah, I definitely get that.
My dress really wasn't expensive. It was like, that was the first thing I got. My dress really wasn't that expensive. The bar really wasn't that expensive.
When you say it's not expensive as far as your dress, like under $10,000, not expensive?
Oh yeah, my dress was under $2,000.
$2,000? Really? Wow, okay.
It was under $2,000.
It looks, see y'all, like you can get quality dresses, because that dress literally looked like it was a $10,000 dress. So I'm really surprised. Like, I'm really surprised. Like,
that's just how I am. Like, as long as it looks nice and it's quality, you don't have to go out and spend. I can't imagine spending $10,000 for a dress that you would never. That's a down payment on a house.
Right.
Like.
Exactly. Okay, Taylin, we're gonna move on into life after college, okay? So how is your nursing journey? How was going through nursing school at Southern, graduating, and trying to get a job in the nursing field?
My nursing journey definitely had obstacles. Nursing school is definitely not for the weak. I did not just fly by. I had some bumps in the road. But I feel like Southern definitely prepared me for nursing. As far as like the integrity that you have to have as a nurse and responsibility, I feel like nursing school, you learn what you learn, and you, of course, the very important thing, but nothing is like getting on the floor and you actually taking care of these people like by yourself. So I feel like you learn nothing more than from experience. And so nursing school was what it was. And then getting on the floor and actually learning everything and doing things yourself. I feel like nursing is a very rewarding career. It's hard. It is like probably one of the hardest things I've done. Because it's so mentally, like 12 hours your brain is constantly running to make sure you're keeping your patients alive. And for the most part, I'm taking on a med surg unit. There's normally 6 patients to 1 nurse. So I'm taking care of 6 people, but they all have a lot of things going on. It's just a lot. But it's very rewarding because at the end of the day, when you go out, after my shift, I always go and I tell them, like, I'm leaving for the night. Hope you have a great night or whatever. And they're always like, thank you for being so kind. And a lot of people, and I always got that, like, as a new nurse, even though I feel like I didn't know a lot, I feel like as long as, like, you're kind and you have patience with your patients, they really take into that and they appreciate it. It'll be 2 years that I'll be a nurse in May. That went by so fast.
Yay!
So now I'm moving on, and I started charging, like being a charge nurse.
Yeah, I saw that,
the first time.
So you in charge?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm at the point now to where I need to get into the leadership roles, just learning more about the profession, and I'm just excited to see what else I'm going to do with nursing stuff.
Yes, Taylin. So would there be any advice that you would give people who are going into nursing school or like are at Southern specifically nursing school that you would give advice to?
I would just say give yourself grace because it's going to be hard and you're going to feel like you're not worthy enough and that it's really not for you, but it is for you. You just have to have discipline and really have discipline, give yourself grace, and keep God in the forefront of everything, really, because he's gonna get you through. And just take your time and you will get through it. Just know that it may be hard and you're gonna have bumps in the road. You're gonna feel like it's it and I wanna quit, but do not quit. Just get to the end of the road because it's gonna be worth it.
Let me tell y'all this. So, fun fact, y'all. So, I wanted to be a nurse my sophomore year for a semester.
We were all nursing majors.
We were all nursing majors. Except for Alex. Alex was stuck with agricultural. She still don't know why. I was struggling in that class, y'all. Like, it was so hard. And I'm usually one to finesse stuff. Y'all know me. I'm a natural finesser. And usually, I can finesse my way into things like, finesse my way and pass. But this particular course, I tried everything and I could not pass nothing. I was like, I never ever had anything lower than a B or a C. And I had a D. I had a D in that class, and this is my first semester at Southern. So I literally had to finesse that grade. And I told you guys in the last podcast how I did that. But after that, I was like, nursing is not for me. I cannot finesse people's lives. Like, I cannot do it. And then it would literally kill me if something ever happened to somebody and it was on my accord. So I was like, I need to change my major. And I'm so happy that I did that because seeing Taylin and Jordan stressing every single day over like nursing.
In practice.
Doing
homework.
Yes, they would bring all their books and baby, they are so smart. Like I would give that to them. Like you have to be smart and you have to be committed as a nurse. Those who are watching, if y'all trying to be a nurse and you don't know what the hell you're trying to do, like finessing like me, don't do it, okay? Actually have a passion for it. I literally didn't have a passion for it. I just didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, my career, going straight out of college. I saw my mom be a nurse for over 30 years and she made a pretty good life with that. So I'm like, you know what? I can learn anything, but that's not how it went.
Yeah, don't do nursing for the money.
I definitely did it for the money because I wanted to be a neonatal nurse. So I wanted to deal with little babies, or I wanted to be an anesthesiologist.
Oh yeah. See, I thought about that, but I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to school for that long either. So.
Yeah, so maybe in another lifetime.
Another lifetime.
Okay, we love a good story time. So if you can say, what is the worst patient ever, like worst scenario ever, or a time you almost quit?
Every day.
Has a patient ever threw doo-doo at you or like spit in your face?
Hell no, because I'm not taking care of it. No. I wish somebody would. I wouldn't be taking care of them for the rest of the day they got to figure something else out. That's one thing I would not tolerate.
Yeah, like, disrespect.
If I'm coming in here to help you, no, you're just gonna have to switch nurses out because no, sir.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Maybe not.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe not on that level. Maybe like cuss you out and call you all type of names and stuff.
Oh yeah. And that don't bother me because a lot of times they're in a place in their life where they're more vulnerable, and I feel like they're not their true self because they're sick. They're thinking about maybe the hospital bills that's going on, or maybe they didn't get the best news from the doctor that day, and so they're trying to cope with a lot of things. So a lot of things I don't take personally. So I have been called out my name before, but I just kind of like, okay, I'll come back. And I'll take a minute and I'll go do some other things and then I'll come back. And then sometimes they're just kind of, they're better at that time. So I give my patients their space sometimes. I don't take a lot of stuff personally.
So it's never been physical where they was like, whack.
Oh, no. And I'm not. That is not in my job description to be getting beat up on. So no, I'm not going to take that. One time I had a patient, she was a young girl and she was a drug user and she had an infection in her heart or somewhere, it was close to her heart or something, and she got an infection and they had to go in and they had to clean it out and they had to basically just clean the wound or the infection out where it was, and they put a wound vac on it, and it was kind of like it's just basically a tool that they use to kind of like continue to suction out the infection and get it really, really clean. And so she was a drug user, so she was going through withdrawals. And that girl, she got the wound vac on like the day of surgery or whatever. And the next day she was going through withdrawals really bad. And she brought me in there and she was like, I have to leave. Like, I need it. Like, she needed the drugs. And I was like, I explained to her and I educated her, like, why she couldn't go and she needed to continue getting her treatment for her infection and stuff like that. And she was just not having it. So I'm sitting at the desk, and before that, we had to move her closer to the nursing station because of some other reasons. And so I'm sitting at the nursing station charting, doing my stuff. And I see her running. She opened the door. She's running down the hall with the wound vac and the thing, and she's running and clothes off and everything, running down to the elevator. And she's trying to leave. And so I'm calling the doctor, telling she's trying to leave, like, and the doctor is standing in the elevator with the doors wide open like this, trying not to get her to leave in the hospital.
Yes.
Girl, I feel like that was probably my craziest experience. But she ended up leaving, and the infection wasn't clear. So I always think about her. I'm like, I wonder how that went, because I don't think that could have been good. But yeah, I think it's a lot of different things.
So she left with the stuff still connected to her stomach?
No, we had to dig it out. Because it was so fresh. They use like a certain type of foam to place on top of the wound or the surgical site, and it was a fresh site, and so we had to like dig it out, and like I can tell when we was doing it, she was looking down like, what did I get myself into? But she didn't care. She needed her drugs.
That's
so
crazy.
That was like probably one of the craziest things that kind of happened. It wasn't that crazy.
That was crazy. If you had to chase somebody down so you can help them.
And some people, you have to choose a battle. Some people you can't help. You can't help them until they're ready to help themselves. I feel like I'm a social worker. I'm a psychiatrist.
Yeah. Yes, nurses are so important, especially after we're done with this pandemic and stuff. How was it working through the pandemic?
Whenever I first started, it kind of calmed down a little bit. So we were back to med-surg. My unit had become one of the COVID units. And so when I first started, they kind of went back to just the regular floor, med-surg floor. We had regular patients, but then I think it was a Delta variant. The Delta variant, it was the second wave where everybody started getting sick again. As soon as I got out of orientation, we went back to COVID. So when I first got on my own, I was taking care of COVID patients. It was crazy, but I didn't get the experience of people was like, when we first shut down, and people were like dying and stuff. I was kind of taking care of more stable patients, but it was still crazy. I was just like, wow, like I'm really in it. Like taking care, because I was still in school whenever we first went down, whenever we first got shut down. Gotcha. And then I graduated, and now I'm taking care of the COVID patients. I was like, well, full circle.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on being the shift, I guess the leader in your shift or whatever, how y'all call it, the lead. Congrats. I can definitely see that for you because you are so smart, Taylin. Let's move on to career goals. So in the next 5 years, so that is going to be, what is it, 2020, what are we in, 2022? 2027?
Yeah.
So I guess in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself in like your career or your just lifestyle?
In 5 years, hopefully I'll be back in school.
Okay.
Back in school or like finishing up school. What for, I don't know. But I do want to go back to school and continue my education in nursing. In 5 years, I might have a little one. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Do you want a boy or a girl first?
I don't know. Larry really wants a girl. I feel like he'll be a great girl dad. Yeah. Honestly. But I kind of want a boy.
What you gonna do with a boy?
I think I'll be a good boy mom.
I say what you gonna do with a boy because I don't know what the hell I would do with a boy.
We know you want a little girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want both, but I kind of was like, I would like to have a boy first because I always like to have like an older brother.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That's true.
To have that and traveling. I would like to be traveling, seeing the world a little bit more.
But where would you want to live like in the next 5 years? Like as far as
I honestly don't have a problem with living in Baton Rouge. But if I could go somewhere else, I kind of want to go somewhere low key, like somewhere that nobody like Oregon or something. Or like I really love the beach.
Yeah.
So somewhere with a beach, but not Florida. I probably can see it in California, but not LA. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I get it. Last question that I specifically have before we get into the supporters questions that they sent over is, what are your favorite things to do for self-care? Because I know you be working and stuff, but when do you have time for self-care? And if when you do have those times, what do you do?
I've been boxing for like my exercise.
Yeah.
I've been boxing and I really like boxing. Like it's hard. It's a hard workout. I still have not gotten to the point where I'm just like in it, but it's hard, but it feels so good to like release. So I've been boxing. I feel like that's a good stuff.
You be hitting the uppercut. You be sparring with these bitches.
I mean the uppercut, rolls, slips.
Oh, Taylin, you have to teach me because I do not know how to fight. Like I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, so I don't like to box.
But Melody, if somebody, I feel like everybody should be taking some like type of self-defense classes now.
I took Taekwondo when I was younger. I didn't make it to yellow belt.
Oh my God. What you gonna do, a pirouette and then
Girl, I said Taekwondo, not dance.
I know, but I can see you turn that into a dance.
All I remember is from taking Taekwondo was the teacher, because he used to be like, shut up before I bite your forehead. That's the only thing I remember from Taekwondo is him saying that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And after when you hit, you have to say ha 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 ha.
Oh my God. I can just see you now with a full face.
Girl, I was doing it before high school, and I honestly joined Taekwondo because a boy that I liked was in there, and he had the black belt. He was a black belt.
Oh my God, that actually sounds fun. I went to some class with Larry, and it was I don't know. You said
Tai Chi.
I don't remember.
Tai Chi.
Yes, I think it was Tai Chi. It was like what you go with the.
Oh yes. I be seeing them. Y'all know I live in LA, and there be so many Asians, and they be at the park by the tree. They draw a circle in the dirt around the tree, and they be like.
Yeah, that's what we was by a tree, but it was so peaceful. Like I wish I could go back, but I'm always working when they had it on the weekend. But it was so fun. I loved it. I love stuff like that. I love to just lay in the bed and watch movies. That's also my favorite thing. And I really love the days where I go get my nails done. When I get my hair done, my nails done. And then I also really love retail therapy. So I'll just go in the store and just shop and give me something nice.
What's your favorite store to shop at?
Okay, so there's a couple boutiques here that I like to go to. I like to go to Frock Candy, Blue Sparrow. I love TJ Maxx. I used to like Ross, but Ross was kind of like,
I just got into Ross. I did not know Ross was so cheap, and I didn't know they had home decor.
Oh, yeah. So Ross home decor, like, I really do like it, but their stuff be like shaky now sometimes. But TJ Maxx, I really like them. They have like really nice quality stuff for the low. And I love Trader Joe's.
What do you get at Trader Joe's? I've never tried Trader Joe's. Like, what do you get at Trader Joe's? Put the people on to Trader Joe's. What do you recommend from Trader Joe's?
Okay, so there's something called Cowboy Caviar. It's like a salsa. It's a corn black bean salsa. And we eat that. I always go pick it up because they really like it. And we eat it with these corn chips. They're called corn elote. You ever had elote?
Yeah, Mexican
It's
corn.
like elote flavored corn tortilla chips. And we eat that with that. That's really good. They have really good sparkling juices. It's like little low calorie, because I don't really like sodas, but sometimes I like the little bricks or whatever.
Yeah, sparkling water. Yeah.
So they have good sparkling drinks. Their flowers, I always get my flowers from Trader Joe's. They have good flowers. My coffee creamers, my yogurt. Girl, I love Trader Joe's. My seasonings come from there.
Really?
They're really good. And they're not expensive.
So they're not like Whole Foods expensive? No,
they're not expensive as Whole. And it's like a cute little small store. So it's kind of like it seems like a little village store. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Like a farmer's market. Like,
not too much going on. It's like real chill. And the cashiers are so nice. Like, when you go and you put your stuff, they're like, how's your day? What did you do? And you have a whole conversation with them for like...
It's like Chick-fil-A. It's like the Chick-fil-A workers.
Yes, they're like Chick-fil-A for the grocery store.
Okay, let me find out you put in my subscribers on with Trader Joe's.
I am.
Okay, Taylin. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into the last segment of this podcast. We're having a good conversation, y'all. Like, comment below if you guys are liking this conversation. Yeah. So these are all the questions that we got from the viewers. And I know that we've answered most of them. I literally did not write down any questions that we have not previously answered. And I'm just gonna forewarn you, a majority of these are dancing doll questions. Okay. Questions that you haven't answered. So I made sure that I skimmed through them. Not that many, but I'm just gonna forewarn you. So, Taylin, dolls come in all shapes and sizes, and you and Connor were two beautiful dolls that serve body. They made sure they capitalized that body during your seasons. Did you ever feel pressure to look a certain way while you were a doll?
Yes, all the time. And then it's so crazy because I look back on pictures and I'm like, wow. I was the smallest that I've ever been, like in the most shape I've ever been. And at that time, I really thought I was like overweight. I thought I was overweight, and I was at the smallest I've ever been. Like, that's so crazy to me when I look back on it. But yeah, because we wear nothing. And then like they compare us to everybody else. So even though I feel like all dolls really have beautiful shapes, but I know we were like thicker, like in the bottom. So I did feel pressure to be like compared. I didn't want to be like the only like, I don't know if it's worth that. But I didn't want to be like the only one that's like
thick. It wasn't fat. It was thick. Yeah.
Everybody else or slim and stuff.
Yeah, because usually the 90 dolls were really like skinny and small and like tall.
Yeah. And so, I felt like I didn't want to be like the odd one out. And so I did things like didn't eat. My diet was definitely unhealthy. And I feel like my relationship with food is not good now because of that. Because I just, like, I look at eating and food like as a bad thing sometimes. When it's not. But, constantly having body image in my head a lot. So,
One thing that you could give to young dancers who are listening, because I know a lot of people look up towards us, especially the people that look like us, they can relate to us. I know a lot of young girls can relate to you because they're a little bit thicker, and they like always ask me, can thick dolls be dolls? What advice would you give those thicker dancers who are trying out for these HBCU dance teams? Like, what advice would you give these young girls?
I would say nothing is wrong with your shape. You have the shape that you have is the one God gave you, and you're gonna have it for the rest of your life. So you might as well just embrace it and really embrace it in the moment, because whenever you go through life, of course, our weight, just as humans in general, go up and down. And as you get older, you're not going to always have that metabolism to get back as small as you were and as you were younger. So appreciate appreciate how you look in the moment, because I didn't appreciate how my shape was and how fit I was at the time. And I look back on pictures, I'm like, wow, I really look good, but I did not see that in the moment. So just appreciate where you are and how you look, and just love on yourself, and just tell yourself how beautiful you are. You still have to be healthy now. It's a balance. You still have to be healthy. You do have to watch what you eat. You do have to exercise, because dance is a form of activity that you have to be fit, even not even on the outside, just on the inside too. So still remain healthy and practice healthy
eating habits.
Practice healthy habits, but also give yourself grace and don't go too far. Appreciate your body.
Yeah, love your body, especially those Black women out there. And trust me, y'all, these thicker girls can move just as good as the small girls, baby, if not better, okay?
Yeah.
They be getting down. So it's nothing that can stop you as far as dancing. Just feel confident in your body, especially as a young woman. You understand your body is ever changing. You're always gonna have those phases where you're gonna look at yourself in the mirror and not like it, but understand that God only gave you one body, so take care of it, love it, and just love on yourself.
Take care of it. It's a temple.
Yes. Okay, let me just get into the juicy questions. The number one juicy question that people want to know. The number one. First off, Taylin, I want to say how solid you are as a craft sister. Let's just start there. Look, drinks tea.
Another thing, Tauruses are very loyal.
Yes, very, very loyal. Let me just say that, okay? So I know a lot of you guys have been asking about these questions, and a lot of you already figured out and know about it, but y'all know about the last tryout, how everything happened with, Jordan and Tailyn making the team, and then they cutting me, right? When that happened, you guys, I didn't really tell my craft sisters until it already happened, and when I told them, I honestly 100% did not expect them to react the way they did. I remember I was looking at you, Taylin, and you were just like crying. Like, I was not expecting you to be crying, because you already made the team. You was really feeling for me, and I was just like, wow, like this is real tears. Like, this ain't no alligator tears. They really feeling it. And y'all really quit dancing dolls. Like, stop your fourth rip. Like, y'all could literally have did that. Y'all could have literally just went through with your last year and just got your wool, had your last experience as a doll. You could have done that, but you chose to do the right thing, what you thought was the right thing, which was stand up for what's right. So do you want to talk about what was going through your mind during that time, or like why you decided not to come back for your last rip?
Yeah. So I decided to not come back. We tried to fight to stay on, but the only way I was going to stay on is if it was the right way and we had what we deserved. And I really feel like I don't have any shame in saying what we deserve, because I feel like 2015, our craft class, is just kind of like I feel like we were so talented and we were so just true to ourselves. We did not bother nobody. Like, we just did what we had. And our mindsets coming on was just trying to prove to everybody that, like, we deserve to be there. So we never stepped on toes. We kept it cute. We kept it clean. Like, we was just happy to be there. And I think I got to I was just bored up, even from Alex and Maya. And then I was like, why? It's never a why. And I was really just bored up and mad at that point, because it was just like, I felt like we've earned and we should have been more appreciated to have a conversation first. Like, I always just felt like if you wanted somebody to change, or you didn't like somebody for whatever reason, or you wanted things to change, or you wanted them to do something, I feel like it could have been a conversation, and I felt like they thought that we weren't worthy enough to just have a conversation. It would have been our fourth year. At that point, we've earned our stripes. Yeah. It is what it is. We did. And it could have been a conversation of, hey, this is what, or just give the person the opportunity. Like, hey, this is what we're going for. We kind of don't agree with some things, or we would like some things to change. And I really feel like it would have been like, okay, well, I still want to dance, or we can change some things around, or if you, whatever the case was of how whoever felt how they felt, I feel like it could have been a conversation instead of just letting people go and and then moving on. Yeah. Like, I'm just like not just some regular person that's auditioned. I've been on the scene, giving my time with no scholarship.
Right. I was coming out of state and they were paying my out of state fee. So it's like once I left the team, it's just like I had to pay it all by myself.
Yeah. And then like for you had out of state fees, but like for me, I wasn't getting no compensation for that. I was doing that for the love of dance.
Right.
For the love of the band, for the love of dolls, and the love of just something that I've always wanted to do. And I feel like even though I had made the team, it was still a slap in my face to do that to everybody else. You know, like, because it wasn't just, I just felt like it wasn't just about me. And I couldn't stand for something that I feel like, I made the team, but at any point y'all can be like, just go. Like it wouldn't even matter. You know?
True.
So at that point, I just feel like I'm a big person on loyalty, and I just feel like it just wasn't any respect or loyalty towards our way, and I was just like, I don't like that. And it's so crazy because I feel like we never really got the apology that we needed. Everybody just went forward with things. And it's so crazy because I still love the band and I still love the dolls, and I'm just so happy every time I see them. I'm just like, wow, they've evolved to be so great and like so worthy. But I also feel like sometimes I feel like if I was to come around, it would kind of just be like, even though I put in so much work, or we put in so much work, I almost feel like it's kind of like this team has like this negative cloud.
For no reason. Yes.
I don't know. Like, I know I kept it cute. I just kept it, did what I had to do. You know, like we put in so much time, and I just felt like it wasn't appreciated the right way. So that's why I was like, nah, I gotta go. And nursing school getting too hard anyway, so I need to focus.
Okay, so now that you did make the decision and moving forward and seeing how everything transpired, do you in a way feel a regret, or do you feel confident or like proud that you made that decision like moving forward?
It's a back and forth thing. I guess it just depends. I feel like both ways honestly could have made a point. Like it could have been like, if we would have stayed on a team, it would have shown humility, but I feel like I had been too humble at that point. Like, I've shown humility. I've gone through every switch and turn of the organization, the 3 years that I was there. Like, so I would have shown humility, and maybe God would have turned it around while we was there. But then at the same time, I feel like I stood for something as far as self-worth. Like, I know what I deserved, or whoever does what 15 deserved their last rip, and I stand on that. So sometimes I do wish like I missed that last senior, like that last value classic that everybody else could feel, or you know the last home game. Like I'm like, dang, or getting your jacket. I'm like, dang, I do long for that, so not anymore, but you know, like feel that feeling. But I really do feel like everything happens
for a reason, right? Exactly.
And you know, it's crazy. Somebody told me, they was like, even though we didn't stay, like everybody fell off and we didn't have our last year. He was just like, 15 was just like one of like they love us so much.
To this day.
So crazy.
To this day, yes.
It's so crazy, and I appreciate people who still have love for us and really want the best for us.
Yes, and still support us even after dolls. We were
even after dolls, like they really are.
Okay, Taylin. So, why did you want to be a doll?
Just to continue dancing in college. I went to McKinley High, and a couple of dolls came from McKinley, and it was right there in my city, so I had a lot of influence from them. The first time that I saw a doll video, I was like, I want to be a doll.
Right. How long have you been dancing?
Probably all my life. I don't remember when I first started. I know I was a little girl though. I've always danced.
Yeah, you've always danced. Wow. So have you ever like did technical training? Were you ever in jazz or ballet growing up?
I went to Therese School of Dance. I also danced. I did 2 productions with Debbie Allen. She used to come to Baton Rouge.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And she would put on shows. Yeah, I did 2 shows with Debbie Allen. That was a really, really good experience. In high school, I took ballet. Yeah.
All right, Taylin. So how did you feel when you first found out that you made dolls your first time?
I was like, you know what? It's crazy. Every time something happens to me, I go blank. I was like, is this real? Like, I was like, you know how sometimes things happen for you and you're like, why me? Like, really? I feel like I always have that feeling anytime, like, anything good happens. But I was like, wow, I really made this doggone team. And I was just so happy. And I was so excited. And I was just like...
When did it really sink in, like, dang, I'm a dancing doll. I'm going to really be on the team? Like, when did it really sink in for you?
I feel like crab week.
That's the same thing Jay said.
Oh, yeah, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. What is your favorite doll memory, period? Just a doll memory, all in all. What was your favorite doll memory?
I'm just laughing thinking about so many things. I guess my favorite doll memory would be... I don't know. What's my favorite doll memory?
I'm just gonna throw something out. When you led the game, the first...
What was yours?
My favorite doll... Oh, shit. I gotta think. My favorite doll memory, honestly, was when the clock struck 00 on Bayou Classic. That was unreal. Like, I was officially a dancing doll. That's probably the best moment ever as a doll.
I don't know my very best moment, but I really feel like one of my top moments always is marching into the Battle of the Bands. That is like the best rush ever. Like all the lights and all the people. I would definitely say Battle of the Bands. I guess I'm gonna just go with Battle of the Bands. Like marching in Battle of the Bands, especially your freshman year.
Okay. I love asking this question. I also asked Jay this question. So, what was your first thoughts when you met?
Oh,
look, you in this tea.
I might need to get some liquor.
You in this tea with the tea.
This water.
Oh,
water.
Okay. And don't say no booty shorts. And don't say no booty shorts. I'm sick of it.
The booty shorts.
Cause that's the same thing Jordan said. That's the same thing Jay said about like that's the first thing they remember is my booty shorts.
Honestly, after we made the team and we had the little over the summer and I got y'all Instagrams and stuff, I was being a little stalkerish or whatever, and I was looking at everybody's Instagrams, and honestly, my first impression was like, oh my God, she's so pretty and she can really sing. And I sent all my friends the video of you singing "I Care."
Oh yeah.
The Leah song.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, she can really sing. But then when I met you in person, I was like, this is a totally different person from what I've seen on Instagram.
How was I totally different from what you've seen on Instagram?
You are just so melody. I don't even know how to put the words on there. It's just, you are you. Like, I don't know. The things that you would do, I'm like, how would she do that? Why you act like that?
That is so funny. What would you say is your favorite game and what is your favorite uniform?
These are hard.
I know.
So the first thing that's coming to my mind is the ASU game.
Yep.
Where you had long sleeve.
2012.
2013.
2013. Yeah, Bayou Classic.
I think that's the first thing that's coming to my mind.
Yeah.
And my favorite uniform, I would say like white Beyonce or I love Jaguar.
Oh yeah.
Jaguar really makes me feel like a woman. You look
right, all I need is a little thing at the top, a little gold glitter right there.
All you gotta do is put gold right there.
And then put some little finger holes right here.
I know. Ooh, I love Jaguar.
I know.
That's a nice uniform.
And they're all kind of different, like for Jaguar. Like they have all different type of print. Like it's still the same, but different.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your favorite field show though?
Oh, Want to Be Starting Something.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
I was watching the Chris Brown video of him dancing to that, and like every time I hear that song, like my heart just like, I don't know.
Yes, because it was so long.
It was long. We practiced that the longest.
That was our first field show.
That was our first field show. I still know that field show.
You do? You can still do it? Oh shit, I forgot.
Yes.
So if you can create an all-star team with just Forever Dolls, not anybody on the current team, including yourself, so 9 people on all-star team, who would be on your team?
Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, so 15. That's 5 right there.
Yeah, right. So you got 5 more.
Kayla and Danny. Link first.
You said Kayla and Danny, so you get 3 more.
Oh, so 10. Okay.
It's really this hard.
Okay, Sierra did come to my mind. We could put Tracy on there.
Yeah, because Tracy is legendary. And just give me one more. Davy Kumar.
Ooh, that might be a nice move.
Ooh, that's Team Fire. I'm not even gonna challenge you and ask you who's gonna be Ace Tail Captain class.
No.
I have a couple more questions before we go ahead and end this interview. This has been an amazing interview so far. I love the conversation. We're not gonna overload you about too much doll questions, but the people wanna know, have you stopped dancing? When will we see you dance again? And is there any dance career moves in the future that you plan on doing or hope to do, or classes?
I don't know. I dance at home all the time. Like, I come home and I put on music and I'm dancing. I do catch-ons all the time. Like, see, I still play the game, like, trying not to do the same one.
Yes, I be doing that too. Yes.
I still do that. But I wanted to do salsa dancing. Like,
salsa.
I wanted to take some salsa classes.
Or,
like, I want to try something new.
Bachata. Have you heard of it?
I don't know what that is.
Bachata dancing is like more like close. It's like you move your hips like that.
Oh, I don't know. Larry willing to do that.
Yeah.
I would like that. But yeah, anything in that like genre, I would like to do.
Okay. Amazing.
I also would like to take a heels class too, just something for fun. But as far as like career goes, I don't know if the opportunity presents itself.
So what advice would you give young dancers who would like to be a part of the HBCU dance line?
Definitely just continue your training. Don't be closed in to one team. I feel like nowadays, like everybody's more open to like going to different teams, being interested in different styles and everything. So weigh out your options. You don't have to go to HBCU that's close to where you are. Don't be scared to travel out into other places. I feel like a lot of HBCU did like they go whatever high school, whatever style that high school was, like they go to the next college that matches that, but you don't have to do that. And I feel like a lot of girls been doing that lately. Like even though their high school maybe more doll style, they go to like JSU or ASU. And I really like that. I feel like that's good. A good thing to do. But if you do plan on going to a HBCU that does the same style as that you're used to, continue to watch and look and see their style and how their style has evolved. Don't just look at catch-ons. You have to have the technical skills for the field as well.
Yes.
So don't just be stagnant in how you look doing catch-ons. Make sure you know if you practice the skills and the right training you get as far as like actually dancing on the field too. Right. Because it's not just catch-ons.
Right.
There's more to catch-ons.
That's really good advice, Taylin. I forgot to ask you, who was your big sister when you were a crab?
Connor.
That was her
good big sister.
How did Connor help you as a big sister during your crab years?
I really feel like Connor helped me mold into like a woman. Because Connor is very confident in her body and confident in how she moves and stuff like that. And she knows how she tell us, I'm not gonna say it, but so I really feel like she helped me with the confidence in being like my woman body and being more sensual in that aspect. Like my sensuality and my womanhood. I feel like she did help me out.
Okay, so last doll question, and I'm gonna leave you alone with the doll questions. So, what is the catch-ons do you remember, like that you made up? People want to know the catch-ons that you made up out of your mouth, because me and Maya always do the review videos and we say
you be saying the wrong stuff.
I do, and I say correct me in the comments because I don't know everything, because y'all be knowing more than I do, honestly.
Let me see the ones I made up. So the one whenever we go to the back.
Yes.
I made up the
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah.
This one.
I love that one.
I made up the
who. I love this one.
What other one did I make up?
The drop one?
Oh, I made this one up too.
I messed up and said Jordan made up that one in my last reaction video. That was definitely Tailyn.
Yeah, I did make this up.
So, do you drop down all the way on one? Because I know I see a lot of dolls, they don't drop all the way down. Do you drop all the way down on 8?
You do drop all the way down.
Damn.
Go down to some people go to the knee.
Yeah, some people go to the knee instead of going all the way down 8 to go back up 1.
No, I think it's all the way down.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Because I love that catch on, and I remember specifically you said that like you drop all the way down and then you go up 3. Top. So I just really love your catch-ons, and I just remember you really going ham with them catch-ons. Literally all your catch-ons is cute.
And I don't think about it, they are kind of good. And I think they still do them.
They still do them, but sometimes they don't do it correct.
They're different.
Yeah, they do it a little different. So I just wanted to ask you because it's not my catch-on. So I literally was like trying to correct them.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Let me ask you during this interview. So like, you know, dolls, I'm sure that dolls, current dolls are watching this and they can, you know, fix it. 'Cause they might not know that they're doing it wrong. I just wanted to ask you one last question, which is, what are some things that you want us to look forward to as far as like your content or any parting words you want to say to my viewers and listeners who are watching this podcast?
Okay, well, I will first like to say congratulations, Melody, on your podcast. I can't wait to see how it evolves and grows.
Yes.
I would just like to say thank you to everybody who supports me and really just wishes me well. I really do get a lot of good feedback, like in my comments and in my DMs. Like, so many people, y'all are so sweet and so nice. I really do appreciate that. Just continue to follow me. I'm not sure what comes next, but I just really hope with what I do share, you are inspired by it and inspiring you to have a career in something that you love, something that you're passionate about. I hope that I'm a representation of standing on what you believe in, being loyal to yourself, being loyal to people around you. Always keeping God first, showing love to people, showing love to yourself, just being an overall good person. Not perfect, but just a good person.
Well, thank you so much, Taylin, for being on episode 4 of my podcast. Thank you so much. Shout out to Taylin. Yes, my 2015 craft sis, and we'll be sisters for life, okay?
This damn old thing, I don't know.
It's all right.
AirPods.
Thank you so much for watching and supporting the podcast. If you guys like it, make sure you thumbs up. Go smash that subscribe button and join the family. Look forward to everything that Taylin has in store on her social medias and her career. Good luck to you, Taylin. Thank you so much for coming on my platform and just sharing you. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, sister.
No, thank you. I'll see you next time. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
Bye,
y'all.
I need to take the thumbnail and then we're done for real.
Okay.
Ooh, you fine. Hold on, keep that.
You doing that on purpose, huh? You really doing that?
Larry gone. 1995. I almost put 1996. Is it 1996? Is it 1996? Because I thought she was a year younger than me.
You wasn't born in 1994.
I was born in 96, so math is not my thing.
Oh my God.
So you're a May 20th.
Girl, put them ages on me.
Okay, I'm sorry, I take it back. You were born May 20th, 1995. You were a Taurus. So Tay, have you met Daddy?
No.
Help me, because I don't know how to
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How you?
Blessed and highly favored.
Okay,
That's
so
our
oh, there it is. Stop video.
teamwork.
So sweet that he was there helping you.
This girl got no pants on.
They ain't gotta see the bottom half. I got on Jaguar today.